Hello everyone, this is Praveen Kumar from CIC, roll number 701. Today my topic is quantum mechanics. Let us see what we will learn in this seminar. De Broglie's wave equation, matter waves, deviation and Germer diffraction experiment, and G.P. Thomson experiment, Schrödinger wave equation. Let us know what is quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is the study of processes which occur at the atomic scale. The word quantum is derived from the Latin, which means a bundle. Therefore, we are studying the motion of the object that come in a small bundles called quanta. These tiny bundles that we are referring to are electron traveling around the nucleus. De Broglie's wave equation. The de Broglie wave equation the de Broglie wavelength of a particle indicates the length scale at which wave-like properties are important for a particle. De Broglie wavelength is usually represented by symbol lambda. The de Broglie equation is used to describe the wave properties of matter, especially the wave nature of the electron. Lambda equal to h by p, where p equal to mu, so lambda equal to h by mu. Matter waves. The wave associated with motion of material particle is known as a matter wave. The matter wave are generated by both microscopic and macroscopic bodies. However, the wavelength of matter waves associated with the macroscopic bodies are so small and they cannot be detected by an instrument. According to de Broglie, a wave is associated with each moving particle, which is called matter waves. Characteristics of matter waves. Lighter the particle, greater is the de Broglie wavelength. The faster the particle moves, the smaller is its de Broglie wavelength. The de Broglie wavelength of a particle is independent of charge or nature of a particle. The matter wave are not electromagnetic in nature. The electromagnetic waves are produced only by the charged particles. At the same time, there are some experimental evidences which prove that electron has wave nature as well as a wave is associated with the electron due to its motion. The following are some experiments which support the wave nature of electrons. Diffusion and Germer diffraction experiment. The first experimental evidence of matter wave was given by two American physicists, Davidson and Germer, in 1927. The Faraday cylinder was moved on circular scale and for a given accelerating voltage V. The scattering curve showed a peak in particular direction. Here is the picture how we have to do the experiment. According to the de Broglie electron wave, lambda will become 1.67 angstroms. The corresponding Bragg's angle theta dash is equal to 65 degrees. Using Bragg's formula 2d sin theta equal to n lambda, we get lambda equal to 1.65 into 10 power minus 10, that is 1.65 angstroms. G.P. Thomson experiment. G.P. Thomson performed experiments with electrons accelerated from 10,000 to 50,000 volts in his experiment. He observed diffraction patterns exactly similar to the X-rays pattern. After developing the plate, a symmetrical pattern consists of concentric rings about a central spot is obtained. This pattern is similar as produced by the X-rays. Here is the experimental diagram. Here you can observe the gold foil and a pump and two pumps, the photoelectric plate also. In order to make sure that this pattern is due to the electrons and not due to the X-rays, for this he applied a magnetic field on the path of electron beam in discharge tube. A shift in the electron beam direction has been observed with the applied magnetic field. It shows that the pattern is produced by electrons and not by X-rays. The observed rings can be interpreted only by considering the diffraction pattern of electron beam, which is due to the gold and aluminum foil, as diffraction pattern can only produced by the waves, not by the particles. Thomson concluded that the electron behave like waves. Conclusion: Thomson calculated the wavelength associated with the electrons with the help of diffraction rings. The calculated wavelengths obtained by the diffraction pattern will agree well with the wavelengths obtained by the Broglie's relation. The associated wavelength depends only on accelerating voltage, is independent of material of the target. The Thomson experiment clearly demonstrated that the existence of matter waves because the diffraction pattern can be produced by the waves. Schrödinger wave equation. Schrödinger describes how the quantum state of the physical systems changes the time in terms of partial differential equations. This equation is known as Schrödinger wave equation. In quantum mechanics, the angular of Newton's law of motion is Schrödinger's equation for a quantum system. It is not a simple algebraic equation, but in general a linear partial differential equation describing the time evolution of the system's waves. So the Schrödinger equation is an equation which expresses in the form of wave function psi of matter waves in different physical conditions. Schrödinger time dependent wave equation. The total energy is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So the total energy of the particle is E equal to half mv square plus v. From this we can write E equal to p square by 2m plus v. On multiplying both sides by psi, E into psi equal to p square 2m plus v whole into psi. In three-dimensional form, the above equation can be written as dou psi by dou t equal to h square by 2m into dou square psi by dou x square, dou square psi by dou y square plus dou square psi by dou z square plus v psi. Schrödinger time dependent wave equation. It is a wave equation describes the standing waves. Sometimes the potential energy of the particle doesn't depend upon time, and the potential energy is only the function of position. In such cases, the behavior of the particle is expressed in the terms of Schrödinger's time dependent wave equation. Here is the Schrödinger time dependent wave equation. Thank you.